applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built the win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I built the win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great episode for y'all today. I know it's Wednesday, and we normally do this on a Tuesday. I know it's past 7:30, and we normally do this at 7 o'clock, but we had to switch it up this week. We got some good topics for y'all, but I got my boy Tomo here with y'all, with me also. Mr. Get Done, son, Cowboys fan. Cowboys on a run, 2-game win streak, beating 2 good teams in a row. I mean, it's unheard of in our days, Tomo. Tomo, how you feeling, my boy?
Man, I'm doing better than some folks, man. Praying on other teams' downfalls, praying that they don't sneak up on them in the division. I heard a lot, but, it's well worth giving, after you give them 2 minutes of reels, you give them 2 minutes of ammo that they could work against. Don't give me any more ammo. That's all I'm saying. How you, Joe?
Hey, man, you brought something to my attention. All I gotta say is, Dave, watch your back, man. Watch your back. Them Niners gotta watch their back. That's all I gotta say. All right,
man. When y'all was talking about it on Unfazed, I said, Eagle fans keep talking about the division. I'm worried about the Niners. I ain't worried about the division. I just need to get in.
It's crazy. You watching the Eagles and the Niners, whoever fall down first, So
one of them we could bank on. Go ahead, Joe.
All right, we got a great show for y'all. So like I said, listen, y'all, we gotta talk about a lot of stuff. First, we gotta talk about the Patriots, man. Shout out to Teddy. Patriots had the best record in the NFL. 11 wins, the only team with 11 wins. Are they the best team in the AFC? Tom, I'm curious to see what you guys say about this. I know Teddy will be listening. Shout out to the Patriots. We got to talk about more football. We got the Cowboys playing the Detroit Lions on Thursday. Y'all know them referees. We're going to be watching. We'll be watching with the history with the Cowboys and Lions game. It goes both ways for real, all right? So, must win for both teams. We got to preview that game. We got a big rivalry game in our community, Tomo. We got the Steelers and the Ravens. Carl hit me up and said, Joe, I need me and Vaughn on the episode before. I know y'all don't have guests on Tuesdays, but I need me and Vaughn on after the game. I said, you got it. I will call Vaughn and let him know. I ain't called Vaughn. I did call him, but I call him back after the show. If you're not watching, I got you. All right. But we got the Steelers and the Ravens. Me and Tom are going to preview that. And then we're going to kick it over to some NBA. Right? Well, Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul right now, he got released. Oh, sorry. I'm tripping, Tomo. Before we get to the NBA, dang, we got to talk about my boy, JD5.
I was waiting.
Should we play them? Or should we sit them? We're going to talk about that. I know you're curious what I got to say about that. But then to the NBA, CP3, he's out with the Clippers. They say, go home. I know you want to have your last year going back home. How about you go home? All right. That's what they said to him. All right. And then we got Giannis Antetokounmpo requesting a trade. They talking about trading him before the deadline. So we're going to talk about both of those situations. But Tomo, go ahead and take it over. You know Dave, what he does when he here.
Man, I don't know, man. If you go back to that clip, Dave had you a little.
Turn me up. Up.
But you said.
It's funny. When I rewatched that, you was like, oh, Joe turned up today. You said that. Or you said that.
You said, hold on. It looked like you had your notepad. Like I was waiting for Dave to come back for this. But you said, he said this sound like. I said, oh yeah, Joe was ready.
I
Said something
wasn't
about
here
the
for that
Saints
first
from.
episode.
You said something about the Saints from last year. I was like, yeah, Joe turned up. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, nah.
Yeah. I was ready. Shout out to my boy Dave. Like I love when Dave on the show because Dave get bold takes. You know what I mean? And when you do bold takes, everybody not gonna agree. So when you do the bold take, I'll be first to hop on that. All right, when I disagree. So shout out to my boy Dave. But look, y'all, we are streaming this on 4 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch. So make sure y'all like the video on whatever platform you're watching this on. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us on most of our platforms at Refuse to Lose Sports. But on X and Twitch, you can follow us at R2L Sports. So make sure you do that. And share this video, this episode with somebody so they could come on and watch this show live with you, because you can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. Shout out to Andrew. Okay. Shout out to Andrew and shout out to Adrian. We appreciate both of y'all, all right, with the sub. We appreciate both of y'all. Make sure y'all stick around. We got some good content to get to y'all. But last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
Man, every day, people just hit the comments up. They sub into the show, man. It feels good. It feels good, man. I almost wanted to drop a thugs here. But not like Teddy. Teddy been dropping thugs here. He been dropping gifts. I don't know who's worse now. Because Teddy said it, Joe. He said, when the Patriots start winning again, I don't think you guys are going to like me because I'm worse than Kev in the chats. And he has been. He had one moment today, Joe, where he just posted endless Patriot gifts back to back to back for no reason at all. We in the midst of having a casual conversation. It's just Patriots. Patriots here. Patriots there. Patriots everywhere. Patriots, Patriots, Patriots. Pats, pats, pats. Stat patent. That's what some people would say. Because, Joe, best team in the AFC, well, record-wise, 11-2. But then you can't stop there. They got the best record in the league at 11-2. Hats off to you, man. Shout out to the Cowboys. But we talking about the Pats right now. And Joe, you brought something up a few weeks ago when we were talking about Drake May. Well, the whole Drake May and JD5. The comparisons have been there. And you brought up another thing. He was like, man, they winning, but we need to take a deep dive. And one favorite thing, or one major word, I would say this has been the most consistent word in the R2L NFL chat. Consistency, complacency. Nah, that's not it. Context. We need to provide the context. So looking at the Patriots right now, like I said, 11-2, looking at the schedules, Joe, do you believe that the Pats are the best team in the AFC?
Tomo, the Patriots, when I look at their schedule, as I'm looking at it right now, do you know that every single team they play this year, only one team is above 500? And that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're probably, to be honest with you, the worst over 500 team in the NFL because of all the injuries they have. The Steelers are 6-6. They lost to the Steelers. But Raiders, which I do to the Raiders, they lost to the Raiders. Week 1, though. The Dolphins. And the Panthers. They beat the Panthers. So the Panthers and the Bucs are the only teams they play this year that's above 500. So I'm going to say yes, though. Because Tom was about to fall. This is a weird year for the AFC. Normally the AFC, you see the Bills, you see the Chiefs, you see the Ravens, you might see the Bengals, right? But this year, all them teams his name, they falling. Now the teams are, like you said, it's 2000 and what? You said 2005, 2006 again? You got the Patriots, you got the Colts, you got the Broncos, you even got the Jaguars up there now. You know what I mean? So it's a crazy situation in the AFC. So I think by default, I'm gonna say not by default. I don't want to disrespect the Patriots because they are winning their games. Somebody said something in TikTok comments. They said it's funny because everybody keeps saying our easy schedule. We've been having easy schedules for years, only getting 4 or 5 wins. Now we got 11 wins. Something had to change. I'm like, that's true. Y'all already got your quarterback, but you got Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is a winner. We saw what he did with the Titans with Ryan Tannehill. He was a number 1 seed with the Titans when Lamar, Chiefs, Josh Allen, they were all Joe Burrow, they were all there, and he was still number 1 seed. So I'm picking the Patriots because when I look at the Broncos, I look at the Colts, I look at these other teams that's surrounding that number 1 spot, especially the Broncos. The Broncos are looking like last year Chiefs, squeezing out these small victories. They winning these 1 possession games. But both teams have really good defenses, right? Patriots' good defense is really good, and the Broncos defense is really good. The major difference is the quarterback position. Drake May and Bo Nix. While the Patriots defense are looking good, Drake May is also delivering on a game-by-game basis. When Bo Nix, it's like that offense is on and off. They look like Philly. I saw AJ earlier. I mean, it hurts me looking Bo Nix just a lot.
Yo.
I mean, for real. The 10-7 games, the 13-10, that's Broncos offense right there. So I'm going to say the Patriots are the best team in the AFC, but I can't wait to the playoffs because these teams that are new, that's why I want the Chiefs to get to the playoffs. That's why I want the Bills to get there. I want these old timers to get there so we can see what these new timers are really about in the playoffs. It's a different ball game when you get to the playoffs. But right now, I'm going to say the Patriots are.
Record-wise, you have to say they are the best team. Right? There's coaches spill around the league that says, you are what your record is, right? Because if you're a losing team, however, if you have a losing record but your team looks good, then I'm like, well, technically you're not that good because your record says it. Like I can come on here and talk about the Cowboys making the playoffs, but the record says we probably won't, right? You look at the Lions, it's like, well, the Lions have been playing up and down, but they have a winning record, right? So you like, we just don't know. When you look at this Pats team, the guy in the comments said that, and I laughed because I was like, wait, you talking about winning 4 games? Y'all had easy records. Y'all had easy schedules since Tom Brady was there. So what are you talking about? You had an automatic 8 games. Like, this is nothing new to the Patriots. And I understand why Teddy is turned up right now. He's like, we've been winning like this for years. I can't say they're the best team in the AFC, though, Joe. They've been playing like the best team, but I can't say they're the best team in the AFC because I don't know who the best team in the AFC is. Because they haven't been battle tested. And this goes back to the debate that you and Dave were having about contenders, right? They haven't been battle tested. So have they been playing like the best team in the regular season? Some would say Dak Prescott is one of the best quarterbacks. In the regular season, Lamar Jackson is one of the best quarterbacks. In the regular season, but what do everybody want to throw in their face? What's your playoff record? So are you really the best team if you come into a season where nobody really had expectations for you? Nobody really thought you would be playing this well. Everyone's seen with a new head coach you got. They're just like, hey, man, we don't really know what the Patriots going to give us. And then, boom, get punched in the face. Because I seen this last year with a Commanders team. No expectations outside of the fan base. It's like new coach, new quarterback. We don't really know what's going to shake out. And then, boom, NFC Championship game. And then the following year, oldest roster. I'm my bad. I ain't gonna take too many shots, but you understand, and the injuries. So I really just want to see more consistency. Am I gonna rain on their parade right now? They are playing like one of the best teams in the AFC. Is this one of the scary teams when they get into the playoffs? I might say yes because of them old timers that you said too, Joe. Right? Because again, have the Chiefs been playing like the Chiefs? Not really. The Bills up and down. Broncos. This is new for the Broncos too. Ravens, they still fighting their way in. So there's a lot of teams that familiar faces that are getting into the playoffs that we just don't know. So the Chiefs might actually go on a run. They might can, and then I'll come back and say sorry. I've been wrong about 2 teams so far: the Panthers and the Bears. And I don't think nobody been wrong about the Browns yet. But right now, I'll say they are the best team in the AFC right now.
Now, this is what I would say. If we talking playoffs, if I look at all the teams in the AFC, we talking playoffs. The best team in the AFC are the Chiefs. To me,
Whoa.
Yeah, I think it's the Chiefs. We talking about when the playoffs start today. I honestly believe the Chiefs, if they get to the playoffs, they're getting back to the Super Bowl. I honestly think that. And then secondly, I think the Bills can beat the Patriots in the playoffs. But I probably won't pick the Bills though, because this Bills team is not as good as the previous Bills teams that we've seen. They just not. And Josh Allen is not playing well right now. So, but I'm going with the Chiefs. Shout out my boy Carl. I'm going with if we talking about like, okay, Joe, if the playoffs started today and all the teams, I got to put in Dave's terms, all the teams made it to the playoffs. Who am I picking to lead the AFC? It's the Chiefs. If the Chiefs meet the Patriots in the playoffs, give me the Chiefs.
All right, so going off of what Dave was saying, they're not in the playoffs right
They're
now.
not.
So
They're not.
it would
They're
be the
not.
Bills, Colts, Chargers, Ravens,
Oh,
Jaguars, Broncos, Pats.
wow. Is Lamar healthy?
If Lamar healthy, I'm going with them.
If Lamar healthy, give me the Ravens against the Patriots. I'm telling you, they gonna play too. They gotta play the Ravens, but like you said, the reason why we are not fully in on the Patriots is because they just not battle tested. So there's no shot on what they got going on. They legitimately, like, arguably have the easiest schedule in NFL history, Tomo.
Yeah,
And
outside of the 49ers, yeah. Outside of
I'm
playing
sorry, the
the
Bills also got
Bills,
winning record too.
yeah, I would say outside of playing the Bills, the Ravens too on their well, no, those are 2 games back to back. That right there will probably give us the answer we're looking for. They go in there, beat the Bills. I think they beat them already. They beat the Bills again, and then they beat the Ravens back to back. I mean, you got to count. At that
Yeah,
point, you got to come on and concede. Nah, they're playing like they are the best team in the AFC. They went out and beat 2 more
facts.
playoff teams, and then right after that, they got the Jets and Miami. But again, that's division games.
They
But if
they
you see the
playing
way the
well.
Jets and Miami are trying to balance it out, this is a good year to be a Pats fan.
Yeah, man. So shout out to the Pats, man. They doing their thing, but I'm gonna say regular season wise in the ALC, y'all are the best team. You know, but it's
Yeah,
weird because look what the Chiefs play, look who they play. But the difference is they won their tough games. Like they lost to the Steelers, they played the Bills, which was a tough game, and they played them in Buffalo, I think, and they beat
yeah,
them.
they did.
And they played the Bucks in Tampa Bay. Although the Bucks didn't with injuries, we get it. But that was supposed to be a big game, and they beat the Bucks.
And
So,
actually, you know what? Shout out to Coach. Stephon Diggs is playing good in the cold, so you got to say the Patriots are one of the best teams in the AFC. And if it wasn't
but it
for
just got
Brown,
cold though. So
it's about to get colder.
yeah, it's about to get
So
cold. It literally just got cold. So
we'll
it
see.
might be the coldest Sunday. This is the coldest Sunday of the year. So let's see how it
He
goes.
ball out, man. Coach,
We
you got
on a
to
bye
owe him an
week.
apology. They on a bye week this week, which
Yeah.
hurts me because I'm trying to get back in the playoff hunt in our fantasy league, and I got Travion.
Oh,
So I need that to happen because other than that, Kev won't be bragging about how he made the playoffs. So
I know.
I need this
Yeah,
win.
Kev talking. He like right at the line. He talking crazy though.
Yeah, he acting like the Cowboys. Oh, if I get in there, it's like, all right, all right, all right. So yeah, no, we believe that. But let us know how you all feel in the comment section below. And we're gonna go right to JD Revive. Joe, you can finish the statement for me, man. As long as I got JD5.
I'm alive.
I don't know if you seen the running meme going around about the girl singing at the cemetery and we said, Lord, I got some things I need to say. I was gonna switch it and say, Joe, I got some things I need to say. I was gonna switch it up, but I had to make sure you seen it before I came on here and just blindsided you that way. But should the Commanders let Jayden Daniels come back? I mean, coming off an injury, we seen him warming up. We seen him right before the Broncos game. Some people thought he was going to play before the Broncos game. Some of the passes are looking good. I mean, if you tapped into Hard Knocks, you already see, man, they locked in on the future right here. Next opponent that the Washington Commanders have is the Minnesota Vikings. Whew. What game better to come back to, right? So I'll say this. I'll start this one off. I know you the fan, and I'll let you start off with the Patriots one. Should the Commanders let Jayden Daniels play? I say yeah. What does it hurt? I mean, I know a lot of people say, man, the season is done. He's a franchise quarterback, just pack it up and let him go. But this is second year in the season. I mean, second year in the league. Is he Aaron Rodgers? Is he Matt Stafford? I'm not comparing him as far as playing wise. I'm talking about tenure wise. Is he like Dak Prescott? Is he Jalen Hurts? Like all these quarterbacks that have 4 or 5 years in the league, if you coming back from an injury like that, I was like, you know what? There's no need. Just evaluate the team. You're out of the playoff contention. No need for it. But if you ask me, second year, he needs the reps. The guy needs all the reps he can get as far as being new in this league. And we've seen what he can do just off a fresh season. Come back to this season. I mean, you get Terry back. I know y'all seen the new addition lineup. You got Terry, Debo, Ertz. Everybody's still there. So you want to see what this offense going to look like because you still got to make some decisions on your offensive coordinator. Is he still going to run the same plan? Is he going to make him pass more than he actually – is he going to pass more than he actually runs the ball? Like, there's things that you still need answers from this quarterback. So as an evaluation standpoint, I say, yeah, let him play.
Okay, Tomo. Okay. So I'm with you, man. But for those who don't know, the Commanders, I'm a Commanders fan, and I'm with you, Tomo. Like people are saying, like he's injury prone, you let him get hurt again, and I'm like, he's in his second year. He needs reps. He don't need to sit. He needs reps, and you know, just pray over the man. Like I mean, I don't know, like pray over him or something, but like let the man play. Cause we could be some spoilers, Tomo.
I got a team y'all need to beat.
You need 1 or 2 wins. Which one? Just let me know.
I need
You
y'all
need 1 or 2 wins.
I just need one. I need y'all to beat the Eagles. Don't beat us. Beat the Eagles.
No, we got them twice. I mean, I'm just saying. What you want?
Right. I don't know. Y'all beat. I mean, going off of what I seen on Phase, man, I'm gonna send one more shot their way, man. You know, I think they lose another game, they crumble anyway. So you can go ahead and get to it.
Okay. So, yeah, like we could play spoiler. Like we got Minnesota, all right, and that's in Minnesota, and I think he will play. Right now, he's practicing, and he's limited in practice, so I can see him playing this week. And then we got New York in New York, you know. But after that, it's time to play spoiler. It's time to play spoiler. You know, we got Philly at home, and then we got y'all at home, and then we got Philly to end the game. So I think what this would do, it would send a message also, like to the fans, not to the rivals, to the fans. It will send a message to the rest of the team of what we can be, because we still want to grab free agents going into next year. The last time we saw JD5, we got blown out by the Seahawks. It didn't look good. And this year, he wasn't the best. People like Von Miller, Debo all came over because they saw what happened last year. So he come back and he balls out and we get on a win streak. Bro, we lost 7 games in a row to the Bears, Dallas, Kansas City, Seahawks, Lions, Dolphins, Denver. And he comes back and let's say we just go 5-0 in the season. Let's just say it. All right. We go 5-0. Let's say 5-1. Let's use 1. Let's say 4-1. Team's like, you know what? They got something brewing over there. Dan Quinn took over the defense. Defense playing much better. They ain't got Joe Witt no more. I mean, BA gonna be there. I mean, we know that, all right?
We don't know.
That. Probably too for real because he's still slumming. We want you to play bad, my boy. Come over. The board is fine. But I think it will send a good message for the fans, give them hope, and not just the fans, but to potential people who want to play with us that, yo, we still got a guy. And he needs to play. He just need to play more reps. And why not put him in there? Just you want to preserve him. I found that most of the times when you're like playing the safe game, it don't work anyway. No. You know, I mean, look at the Clippers. I mean, I know it's a different sport, but God dang, you know what I mean? But let that man play. I like Dan Campbell. They were out the playoffs, and what did he say? We're gonna play everybody still. We're gonna play Jared Goff. We're gonna play Swift at the time. We're gonna play everybody. And we're gonna get this dub, and the Packers not making the playoffs. And then, like AJ said, if the Lions in the situation again, they will do that again. Play everybody. What the Giants do? The Giants about to go against the Patriots. Last game of the season. They already clinched the playoffs. But they said, no, we're gonna play everybody. They played everybody, played up in the Super Bowl. They already had a blueprint, and they beat them. So don't play. So don't be scared. If he's healthy, let the man play. Let the man play.
And let me ask the fans this question: the ones that say they don't want him to play, you still want to keep watching Marcus Mariota? You still want to keep watching that?
Yeah,
hey, that's not helping nobody. It's not even helping. Granted, I said y'all can't make the playoffs, but that's not helping. No, it's not even fun anymore. It's like me watching Cooper Rush after a while. It's just like, come on, bro. I can't keep watching this. It's not fun. Like you want to at least have some form of trash talk. Like outside of that, that was just good defense on that 2-point conversion from the Broncos. But he just jumped the route. Like he already knew he was throwing it to Terry's way or Debo way. He said, I'm gonna just jump and whatever
It was
happens,
a
happens.
flat. Yeah.
Yeah. But outside of that though, it's just like you want to watch Marcus Mariota and be on pins and needles saying, man, he might throw another pick. Man, I'm done with this game. Or you want to go out there and see JD5 do his thing. Like you want to see JD5 do a little magic. Because like you said, playing upset. You still got 2 more division games. Imagine y'all go out there. 4. Yeah, you got
You got y'all, Eagles twice, and
the Giants. Oh yeah, no, you definitely want to do that because again, what was our panel, Joe, with the Cowboys and Commanders game, the first one? What was the one thing you kept saying? Y'all keep talking about last year. Y'all keep talking about last year, but we beat y'all with Cooper Rush. Like that was our saving grace.
Yeah, get back. Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to do, and then after how Dallas beat y'all in Dallas, you definitely want to get your get back because everybody. While I was down there, that's all I kept hearing is we gonna see y'all on Christmas. We gonna see y'all at Christmas when he get his weapons back. So I want to see him ball out. I don't want to see him win when he play Dallas because I'm gonna have to come on here and wear a shirt. But
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to moms. But I think the kid just needs the reps. It's selfish if you don't let him go out there and do that. And then again, I said offensive coordinator wise, you want to see if you even want to keep Cliff Kingsbury after this year because of how the season went. There's so many questions that you won't have answered if he doesn't play.
Do you want to keep Debo? You know, like there's a lot of stuff you're going to do. But Debo, if he come back, you gotta be on a low. You gotta lower that contract though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Debo, you can't.
He might be gone. BA coming in for sure. BA coming in, dog.
If BA come, I think you take a pay cut and stay.
That'd be dope. I'll keep him.
I wouldn't like it, but I could see it happening.
Yeah, but yeah, play the man. Play the man. Let that man play.
I don't understand what people be scared of, man. Let him go out there and do his thing, man. It's not like your offensive line is the worst.
Offensive line played terrific against the Broncos. Shout out to them. They played really good with the Broncos.
I knew it. Remember when Bibby was talking trash? Like out of all the teams, y'all gonna be the one to give them their toughest battle.
Right. We had JD5, but I don't want to play that game. But
I mean, you can play that game.
He had good moments, Marcus Mariota. But any moments, it'd be like, no.
The pick, bro. All his picks be like, why are you throwing it there? Just throw it away. I'd rather you just throw it away. He literally would be like, you got on another jersey? Here you go. It's like,
but
what?
When he got the intentional grounding, I was like, even though you see the replay, it wasn't intentional grounding, but still, it's like, dog, run it. You running the other time, the whole right side was open, but he probably didn't see it. He just threw it up.
Marcus Mariota, he was at Oregon. Was he there with Chip Kelly?
Yeah.
It makes sense. Now it all makes sense. Because Chip Kelly was calling bad plays on purpose, and Marcus Mariota just be throwing picks on purpose. It just all makes sense. It all makes sense. They said he was calling bad plays on purpose. I'm like, Geno is bad, right? Like, this ain't Mahomes. Are you trying to see if he read the playbook?
Something wrong with that dude. I don't know.
I don't get it. If you want to stay in college, you should have just stayed there, man. You ruining people's careers, man.
Facts.
But Joe, you ready? He definitely did. He probably went there for the check, which makes sense. Kind of like brother went to LSU. Shout out to Lane Kiffin.
Bro, he wild.
He said, I'm out.
They started booing him at the airport. I was like, good kudos to the students, bro. They went to the airport and started booing him when he was leaving.
They probably do the same thing in Philly outside of egging that man's house. Leave that man alone, Eagle fans. Yeah, he ain't doing all this by himself.
That wasn't his fault against the Bears. Don't look at him.
But let Dallas do it. Oh, y'all want to say Kellen Moore the scapegoat. I love when I think of things on air. Boy. Kellen Moore.
Chip Kelly wasn't there. Okay. He said Chip Kelly wasn't there.
Chip wasn't there? It don't make sense then.
You said Kellen Moore Saints.
Thank you, CCC, Carl. Yeah, Kellen Moore and the Saints, man. Look at him doing this thing, man. Cowboys, Lions. And it's funny, Carl show up right around this time.
That's your team, Carl. Well,
Joe, it's been a rough week for me, I went and watched my college team, go to that same stadium and lose to MSU. And I owe Carl a bowl of Chipotle. But I'll sacrifice the Terps losing if the Cowboys go up there and do what they got to do on Thursday night, Joe. We got the Cowboys playing the Lions on Thursday night for an NFL playoff matchup. Yet again, another playoff rendering game for two teams. Because some people don't think that the Chiefs still fighting to get in the playoffs too. They needed that game just as much as the Cowboys. And just like this, you have the second place offense going up against the second place offense. That's crazy how close they are in all of the stats. I don't know where Joe went for this one, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep this thing trucking. You got one of the top offenses in the league with the Dallas Cowboys doing their thing, and maybe he'll call and we'll figure it out. I don't hold on one second for a second, folks. Let's see something right quick. Okay. So Joe said he'll be back in just 2 minutes. So I'll give you all my pick and preview for this Lions game. The last two times we saw the Dallas Cowboys play the actual Detroit Lions was in Dallas, and it stemmed me and Carter keep saying, like, bro, why do we keep playing the Lions? I mean, why do the Lions got to keep playing in Dallas? Why do the Lions got to keep playing in Dallas? And crazy things happened every time. We seen Jimmy Johnson get sent to the Ring of Honor on one of them, and then the Cowboy. That was a crazy ending there. Sometimes you gotta check your offensive lineman in when you're doing cheap plays, right? I know Carl somewhere typing as fast as he can, but it is what it is. Dallas seemed to come out, but the last two times we 1-1. This is the first time Dak is going back to Detroit since 2016. So in this one, it's going to be a close one. We've been watching the Cowboys start off with a lot of slow starts in most of these games, having you question can they actually close it out, but they've been actually outperforming a lot of people's expectations as far as how they've been going. And the way that the Lions are built right now, there's a lot of injuries on their end. I'm going with the Cowboys to win this game, maybe by 3 points. But some of the points that I actually want to see as far as what Detroit can do to probably win this, hey, Joe is back. But the way Detroit can probably win this game is probably, get Jameer Gibbs involved. That run game is there. I mean, see, as long as he had JD5, he can keep his laptop alive. But Joe, I don't know how much of that you heard, but I basically picked the Cowboys to win by 3. And right now, I'm just saying that the way the Lions can win it is basically stick to their run game. Dan Campbell find his smart moments between the fourth downs when he want to go for it and when he don't want to go for it. But my man said it right there. George Pickens is better. I don't know where he's going, but George Pickens is better than, as long as he don't say CD, we good. I knew it. I knew it, bro. I knew it. But go ahead, take it away, Joe. Who you got winning this game?
I'm going with the Cowboys. I'm picking y'all to win this game. Detroit Lions, they lost Amon St. Brown. That's a big loss right there. And the defense hasn't been consistent. What I saw against the Green Bay Packers was not good. They were at home, and they struggled stopping Green Bay. And the Cowboys are hot. Like I said, this is a different Cowboys team I've seen my whole lifetime, bro. Like, this Cowboys team is hungry, and they're actually executing. You know what I mean? Like, they're finishing games. Like, when big plays are needed, your big players show up. So, and that's on both sides of the ball. And that's a lot of credit to your coach, Shotty. He's doing a good job. He changed the whole atmosphere there. Jerry Jones is letting him do his thing because Jerry Jones get credit for it. He handpicked him. People doubted him when he got picked. So whatever good comes from him, it goes to Jerry. We got to give Jerry credit for that. And the additions y'all got from injury and from the trades, they've been balling out, making our defense top tier since making those trades. But Detroit dealing with they dealing with a lot of injuries. If Carr picked y'all, you know it's good. And
you got a lot of key players out.
Yeah, and Detroit, they got a tough schedule ahead of y'all. You know what I mean? So, like, even if they beat y'all, I still think they will miss the playoffs. They just got a tough schedule ahead of them. They lost a lot of games this year, in my opinion, that they should have won, including that Eagles game. They should have won that game. You know what I mean? But they lost that game. But I'm going with Dallas, man. God, y'all, yeah, man. I'm not going. I don't want to say it, but
they got to keep winning, man. That's it.
Remember, Carr was like, "Man, I really like this Bengals team." Yeah, I don't like y'all, but y'all.
I get where you're going.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are a team that's really dangerous, bro. Like, I feel like y'all line up to any team, y'all can win because y'all have the firepower, and now y'all have the defense to hold y'all down for if y'all need to. So,
Joe, it's not even.
Jerry Jones.
It's not. It's that, but it's also it's two factors here. It's that.
Yeah. Okay. I give you that.
He's been playing. We've seen that go against bad teams and look terrible. But there have been moments where the Cowboys have looked bad, but it's also been like little things within the game where you just be like, okay, I understand why. Like, if you look at the Bears game, CD go down early. Now you like, man, our whole game plan is out the window. So now we just gotta play backyard football at this point. Cause now it's just George Pickens versus everybody. And they sitting in the house. Bad game there. Then you look at Panthers did their thing. They flat out dominated. I'm not even gonna say that, right? Flat out dominated us. You look at Broncos game, that was just a bad game there as well. It was a bad game all around the board. But that was a bad game for Dak also. Then you look at the Cardinals game. That's the one game I was telling Big O earlier when we was talking. That's the one game I think the Cowboys should have won that they lost. It was like that was one of the games where you saw old Dak. Where it was just
Yeah.
like, bruh, you are out of it. Y'all was at home. There was no reason for you to lose that one. But outside of that, in these big games that they say Dak can't win, down 21-0 to the Super Bowl champs, and the Eagles looked like they was back. The way they was balling in that first half, composed. Had the crazy look every now and then, but still made the big play. But when you say big play, it's more so I got trust. And I know when I throw that slant to 3, we winning. So anytime Dak got something like that, good money. So I'm with you, Joe. If the Cowboys can get into the playoffs, it's going to be very, very interesting. It would be nice if somebody can get the 2 seed and then, Dallas could sneak in. The link.
Okay.
Click the
Okay.
link below. Become a member today.
You let us see that, huh?
Yeah. Because we need just like y'all got y'all shot at them, we need our change. And if we put the Eagles out of the playoffs in the first round, in the divisional, I don't want to hear nothing from an Eagle fan ever again. I don't care if Dak loses the next game. I don't want to hear nothing from you. 85 years it took you to win the ring.
So you telling me that y'all could potentially get to the playoffs by beating out, not get playoffs, to the NFC Championship game where everybody clowning y'all for not getting to by beating out?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, we retired Tom Brady. It would only be right. Send Brandon Graham home officially.
I know.
You gotta
Right?
do it, man.
It's talking about getting Slade back, right?
The Bills claimed him.
I know. AJ was hurt on the show.
That's insane, bro. Why y'all want all these people back that was part of that? This bad memories. That's like me saying I want Michael Irvin back. No, bro. No, that was good memories, actually. Just saying I want Dez Bryant back. Or when we brought Zeke back. I'm like, we don't need Zeke, bro.
Yeah, I brought Zeke back. Yeah.
What's wrong with y'all? They just want to keep rerunning things, man. But one of the best rivalries in football, well, we can say we keep rerunning things because they are running it up. When I tell you, I thought the Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders in the NFL chat had it bad against each other. These two, and it's only one Steelers fan that's active. And Vaughn been holding it down.
Shout out to him.
Man, they got videos that come out every time the Steelers lose. Shout out to bro who be making them crash out videos, bro. The Ravens fans do not care. And it's good entertainment, though. I'm not going to lie. Even if I was a Steelers fan, I would probably watch it, too, because it is funny, bro. It's funny. Joe, Ravens, Steelers. We talked about the one more game, right, for Lamar, right? Should we be concerned? This is the game, Joe. What's going to happen, Joe? Tell me.
I want to know what's Aaron Rodgers, status, what he play.
No, y'all still doing the show. This is our preview. We got to get our thoughts out, Carl.
Yeah. This is the Tuesday show. Y'all coming on Friday. I got y'all, though. We got y'all. But I said Tombo, Carl. It all depends on Aaron Rodgers' status. But Tombo, for this game, I'm gonna go with the Steelers. Yeah, I'm gonna think. I think the Steelers are gonna win this game. I think they're gonna win. Both defense has been playing better as of lately. All right, Lamar has not been playing good lately, and Lamar struggles against this team. I mean, almost every time he plays this team. Now they won in the playoffs, but that was because him and Derrick Henry was on one in the playoffs. They ran down the Steelers' throat, and Russell Wilson turned the ball over. It was just bad. And the Steelers were skidding, they were losing leading up to that point, and they kind of are now. They lost their last game or whatnot, but I just got a feeling, man. But now obviously, if Aaron Rodgers don't play, then Mason Rudolph is going to throw the game away. I think both times he came in the game, both games, when he got inserted into the game, he threw a pick. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to, if Mason Rudolph is playing, all bets are off. But I think for this game, I think the Ravens lose this. I think the Steelers win this game in Baltimore, but then the Ravens win the game in Pittsburgh. But I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Oh, so you saying they flip? They flip
Nah,
the
I
whole
think there was
time.
split still, but I think I got the Steelers winning this game.
I was trying to. I meant to write it down. I was trying to do the. Trying to figure out what Mike Tomlin said after that lady asked him that question because he good for the mic drops. Oh, he said keep watching. That's what he said. He said, "How do you feel?" Because everybody knows, man. I'm looking at it. 2 more wins. The narrative is out there. 2 more wins, man, and then it's over. So they gotta win this one because, like you said, they are reeling. Aaron Rodgers is getting old, bro. He is, and I'm sorry. I don't want to see Mason Rudolph come into the game, but Aaron Rodgers is going to be the determining factor for the Steelers winning this one. But just like that, I could say the same thing about the Ravens, right? I could sit up there and say Lamar and what he's battling through. Because, again, we don't know what officially is wrong with him or why he's playing this way. Because, again, it could be a bevy of things, right? If he comes out and he's on his A game, because he does struggle against his team, and I think it was a few years ago, maybe last year, after COVID, everything sounded kind of rambles together, or just bunches together. But he was like, I know my record against this team, and like how he basically acknowledged that the Steelers is one of those teams that just got his number, regardless of who's out there. Sound like another team in another division, but with this one, I think the Ravens needed more than the Steelers because I think the Steelers understand that they got to win because it looks like they got to win their division to get into the playoffs.
Hope
But I
so.
think the Ravens also understand that they got to get back on track, and they need a game to get back on track. And if they don't get this one, I don't have the opponent. I don't have their next opponent up, but this is another psyche wave because Lamar's been playing get bad for 2 games now. This will be the third one. And then on top of it being the Steelers, on top of it being a division game. So, yeah, I think this is it. He struggles in Pittsburgh, though. They barely played him in Baltimore. But, yeah, now they need this one just to get back on track.
The good thing about the Ravens, though, Nate Wiggins is day to day, so he should be back playing. I know once he got Carl mentions in the chat, once he came out the game, the defense couldn't get a stop against Joe Burrow. I know, and I don't think Joe Burrow played well.
Not really.
They couldn't finish drives. I don't think he played well, but he played good enough to win the game. Let me say that. So, and what I saw from that offense against that defense, that Bengals defense, that's not good. So it's alarming. I do think Lamar will be better. I think Lamar was actually good early in the game, and then he just fell off after that. So, but I got a strange feeling the Steelers will win this game, and Lamar going to get crushed in the media. But the Ravens got an easier schedule going forward. So
I tell you this, I need Lamar to go off fantasy wise. So I need them. This is a personal pick for me. I'm sorry. I need Lamar to go crazy. I need to get back in the playoffs. I've made the playoffs consistently, Joe. I got it. This can't be my first year. They got AJ at number 1. It's too much. It's too much weird stuff happening in the fantasy league. I don't understand it.
They finally throwing AJ the ball. That's why he's number 1 right now.
After he told people to drop him, can you imagine the people that dropped him and then he started going off?
I know, right? And he was one of the people.
I'm throwing eggs at him.
I know. Yeah.
Well, Joe, you got some more eggs back there?
Why?
Cause you gotta throw them at the Clippers, man. I don't think the Clippers fans got enough eggs. I mean, y'all should have known this was coming when y'all signed somebody. I'm just saying, if the Suns didn't want them, how did y'all think? And they probably think I'm talking about Bradley Beal. No, talking about Chris Paul. Chris Paul announced almost a few weeks ago or maybe a month ago, where he was like, you know what, this is my last ride in the NBA. I'm hanging up the sneakers after this one. Which also had me cracking jokes too to say, you know what, the Clippers are just that bad that Chris Paul is like, I don't even want to play basketball no more. Like, that's one thing. But then to come out and say, hey, Chris Paul, you can just go home, bro. They called a pick and roll and they told him, no, just keep rolling. Keep rolling, bro. Don't look for the ball. Just keep rolling, bro. So it was announced by Lawrence Frank, the president's basketball operation for the Clippers. We're parting ways with Chris, and he will no longer be a part of the team. It sounds like he got fired. we will work with him on the next step of his career. So what, they gonna get him a job at ESPN or something? We gonna work with him, man. You told me go home.
Sorry.
Oh no, I don't you have some good news over there? But Chris is a legendary Clipper who made a historic career. I want to make that one thing very clear.
Okay.
Why every time somebody firing you, they try to be like, "Nah, you're one of the best people I ever met, just not here." Like
It
what?
makes no sense. Yeah.
Sent them home. And Chris Paul posted on social media about 3 a.m. They say Eastern Standard Time that he had just found out that he's been sent home from a road trip in Atlanta. So like Lou Will, you should have grabbed some wings because that's upsetting. Joe, what was your reaction when you heard this?
Man, I felt like it was unprofessional by the Clippers. And I'm very disappointed by the Clippers too, because Chris Paul did a lot for that franchise. That franchise was dead until he got there. And he turned into Lob City. He is the only person that made the Clippers more relevant
Hmm.
than the Lakers. That was the only time we were like, I'd rather see the Clippers than the Lakers. And Chris Paul did that. Now, his leadership style. My thing is, y'all in the building was there when Chris Paul was there. So y'all in the building, y'all know Chris Paul. Y'all know how he rolled. Well, Lawrence Frank wasn't there. I think Lawrence Frank was in the Nets. I think he was. And Steve Ballmer wasn't there either. But anyways, my point is, Chris Paul, I think was going Ty Lue. This is what I want to get on for real, Ty Lue. Ty Lue got this name that he's one of the best coaches in the NBA.
Mm-mm.
All right. And I'm gonna give J Moore a shout out because he mentioned
false accusation, and
so he got
My bad. Went crazy.
the second time. That's cool. That he's one of the best coaches in the NBA. When his claim to fame is when Cleveland came back from a 3-1 lead, when LeBron James and Kyrie Irving went crazy. Now we saw that same team, Tomo. I forgot the coach's name. He was from overseas. Take that same team to the NBA Finals and challenge the Warriors and lost 4-2. Same team. David Black. That's his
There
name.
we go.
Right?
Yep.
Same guy. Ty Lue comes in. He was an assistant. He comes in the head coach. They get back to the finals. Same situation. Now they got the full roster. And they went down 3-1. Remind you, without Kyrie and without Kevin Love, David Black got that team up 2-1 on the Warriors.
Shovel D.
So, am I trying to diminish what he did with the Cavaliers? I'm not. But what has he done since? What has he done since, Tomo? Now, they said that Ty Lue cut off communication with Chris Paul. Cut off communication. Said, I'm not talking to him. And it's been for weeks, they said. The head coach, not talking to a player, not just a player, one of the veteran players, one of the best point guards in NBA history. What kind of example are you setting as a leader, cutting off communication? Unless Chris Paul did something too egregious, said something about your family, you know what I mean? Like disrespecting you. If he didn't do none of that stuff, if he was just being tough, he was just being hard on y'all because y'all trash right now. Same coach that said they say next man up, but when you start playing making 40 million, I've got the exact numbers. 40 million and the next man's making 800,000 is not next man up. Why would you say that as a head coach? You know how much confidence you just lost in your player by saying that? Whoever that next man up was? I see Eric Spoelstra take guys undrafted and still make the playoffs and still be competitive. So what is Ty Lue talking about? So, because we seen Ty Lue with Kawhi. Last year, Kawhi was healthy. Last year, Harden was healthy. Last year, Zubac was there. Everybody was there last year, except for Paul George. Now, Paul George was Philly. Everybody was there. And y'all still lost in the first round. And y'all got blown out in the seventh game in the series. And the Clippers were better than the Nuggets. The Nuggets were coached better. They had a new coach and everything. And they were coached better. So the fact that Ty Lue cut off communication with Chris Paul is crazy to me. And send him home, and this is Lawrence Frank right here, in the middle of the night? Come on, y'all. I can do better than that, man. Like what y'all, I get it. You want to part ways with him. That's cool. Lawrence Frank explained why he wanted to part ways. He's saying, like, it's just not a good fit right now. But to do it like they did it was very unprofessional, in my opinion. And it's going to be hard. Another report came out, Tomo, and said that he might not even sign nobody because nobody has a roster spot. There are only 10 teams that have a roster spot. And 9 out of the 10 teams can't even sign him because because of some luxury tax situations. Like that's crazy. It's only like so I don't know where he gonna go. I said OKC, but I don't think OKC got a roster spot.
This was petty 101. Uh, So I was watching a quick clip of this, right? And normally Stephen A. Smith say some crazy stuff, but I found this one funny because he said something about Kawhi Leonard. He's like, they would send Kawhi, they couldn't send Kawhi Leonard home because he always home. And I was like, that was a good one. It sounded like something I would have said about Bradley. But this is bad, bro. It's a bad mark one for the Clippers yet again because Chris Paul was there when the recordings came out. He was the one that was stepping up. He was the vocal leader and saying, "Hey, look, we need to get this guy out of here." He was on the NBA. I would say NFL. He was on the NBA PA, and he was always one of those faces of the league. Now, of course, there's a lot of teammates and a lot of people that come out to say Chris Paul is tough to deal with because of how he's like always on you. But then there's always a lot of people that say the same thing about Russ. But for every bad comment that you can hear about Chris Paul, there's 10 more positive ones that you can hear about him as being a teammate, right? I took it personal when you say he didn't want to play for the Wizards, but hey, I understand it. It's the Wizards, bro. Like I wouldn't want to go there neither. But look what just happened when you went to the Clippers. It's kind of like the similar thing. At least the Wizards would have made you a coach or something. I mean, that would have been best for us because the way they going, they need a coach. So hey, you don't want to play no more. I mean, they can't find a team for you. Just become a coach. If I was the Wizards, I'd hire you. But outside of that, Ty Lue, you've been in this league. Now, if it's a coach that just came up through the coaching ranks and they probably said we're not on speaking terms, again, you're an adult. You get what I'm saying? You got to make things shake, right? You got to find a way to make that work. But Tyloo, you were an ex-player. You can't tell me you can't talk to another player, regardless of you being a coach. And shout out to J-Mo for pointing that out because, again, it sounds like Tyloo is becoming the new Doc Rivers. You living off one run. Like, what have you done? And we're gonna talk about the Bucks in just a second, but what have you done? So you can't tell me that you couldn't talk to a player. You sitting up here with James Harden. Yeah. Shout out to Blaze. That was a good one. but you sitting up here with some of the best players in the league, and granted, it was one of the oldest rosters, but they still can't find ways to win playoff series. So some people would say it was all on LeBron. Like if I had the LeBron Jordan debate, I would probably throw that out there. Like he won the game without a coach. He came back 3-1 without a coach. But that's not my debate. I'll just let y'all have that in the universe. So to me, the Clippers handled this all wrong. The guy already said he was retiring after the season. He wasn't really getting that many minutes already. So it's to do it at 3 a.m. He had to find out at probably like at 3 a.m. to even tweet it out or however he sent it out on social media. So you tell me you woke me up before we go to practice or whatever I'm about to do and say, look, bro, we got a flight for you, first class. Just go back and kick it with the fam. Nah. I got all type of gripes with the league right now. I don't even want to hear the Clippers name again. Personally, if I'm Chris Paul, I'm hurt because again, like you said, Joe, I put this team back on the map. They weren't a laughing stock anymore. I went through that with the old owner, and now I got to go through this again with a whole new regime. When I thought it was better, nah, I'm done.
Yeah. Correction, Steve. You're right. He was there with the whole recorded phone call. So I mean, Steve Ballmer was there when CP3 was there. You're right. So Steve Ballmer should have like, no, that's not how we roll. Like, and they were on a road trip. They were in Atlanta, they said, and they had met up. Something happened. It was a delay. They supposed to met up earlier, but it was a delay. And they finally met up, him and Lawrence Frank. And Chris Paul didn't take the news well, they said. Like,
I wouldn't either.
He didn't take the news well. Like he didn't think it was that bad to the point where it's like y'all gonna send me home, and they can't it's some financial stuff that's going on. Like they can't release him because of something, and they can't trade him until December.
December. So if my note is right, so it says waive him and pay out his guarantee of $3.6 million. That's a salary. Negotiate a buyout or pursue a trade once eligible, which is on the 15th. So I think they don't want to pay the 3.6 to pay him, but they also can't trade him until the 15th. So you telling me, Chris Paul, this is why, I don't know how you gonna find it. Maybe this is the one clip that make us go viral, Joe. But Chris Paul, if you see this clip, bro, you want to come on here and tell us what happened, bro. We'll listen.
Hey,
Joe used to like Wake Forest, so that's even better.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, no, I still do. But yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. I think I'm in the Steelers
Oh
talk. Carl,
man.
y'all suck. But nah, man, like shout out to Dimitri. But I feel bad for CP3. Like you said, what he brought to that, like the Lakers were irrelevant at that time. It was about the Clippers.
Bro,
You know what I mean? Like it
everybody
was
wanted to.
Lob City.
Everybody was watching Lob City.
Bro, he
Everybody.
made DeAndre Jordan the first team on it. All NBA player for I think it was first team, but all NBA player. DeAndre Jordan, don't disrespect DeAndre Jordan, but I was so CP3.
No
Still no
disrespect to
love.
State. No disrespect to State Farm, but he got them back on the map with the whole Chris Paul
Facts.
situation. Like, come on, bro.
He did with Cliff and Chris. You
That's what I'm
right.
saying.
You right. And then the thing we all talk about as fans, man, what if they didn't ever veto that trade to the Lakers? Man, the Lakers would have won this many. Like Chris Paul is arguably one of the best point guards in NBA history. Y'all, hold on. Oh, you talking about this? Okay. Okay.
Natural habitat is crazy. But yeah, I remember one time I was having a debate with somebody about Chris Paul. I was like, bro, Chris Paul, one of the best point guards in the league. I watched him win a game with no points, and I think he had like 20-something assists. I'm like, bro, he didn't even score, and they won. Yeah, boy, that boy different.
But he had a game winner to beat the San Antonio Spurs he had a messed up ankle or something. He was limping, and he had a game winner, and he walked off limping, and to win the series against the Spurs, like the dude. But everybody in the NBA know how Chris Paul is. They know he gonna call it like he see it, and they probably mad because they trash right now. He probably saying it like yo, but they said he even was talking about the coach's decisions and everything. Like he was talking. But I mean, the man been in the league for 20 years. He's like a coach on the sideline.
That's why I said, Tyloo, for you not to be able to talk to him is that's what's more upsetting. Like, I mean, the president letting him go is up there too. But Tyloo saying y'all not on speaking terms, bro. Like he probably see the game just like you see it again, and he's more active, so he's seeing more current things. So he is probably questioning some of those decisions. Where it's like, why would you do that? But then it's also like, why would I want somebody micromanaging me? Which probably is one of those things that people say about Chris Paul. And he's like, Tyloo, like, bro, I ain't gotta take this. You can go, but also you need to at least have a conversation, bro, to be like, look, I'm the coach. You can help out here with some of these players, but not if you're gonna question all my decisions. Then that's when you gotta say, hey, we need to trade him, not let him go home at like 3 a.m. That's crazy.
Yeah, the fact that I think that's the most disappointing thing about the whole situation is Tyloo cutting off talks with Chris Paul for weeks. They said like for weeks.
That's like Steve Kerr cutting off talks with Clay before they get rid of Clay. It's just like what again?
Yeah.
But then again, no, some people say
Chris
it
Paul.
is a
They
little
had Chris Paul. Imagine Steve Kerr did that.
Okay, yeah, that's a better one because Clay had the chemistry there. So something really had to go wrong if Clay and them not talking.
Like, come on, man. Like, unless Chris Paul was like, y'all dumb, you dumb. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was just like talking crazy.
He might have said what J-Mo said. Man, ain't nobody respecting that, man. LeBron won that ring. Won you. He's like, oh, all right. Like, look at this team. We can't even win here. How you gonna say it's? I'm just saying.
Man, what? I'm saying, like, when these great players, bro, yes, you got good coaches, but the players win the game at the end of the day. And we like to see coaches. What do you do when the team is? That's why we respect Eric Spoelstra so much because he did what he did in Miami. And after he went to Miami, did anybody with LeBron? Nobody was like he one of the best coaches in the NBA. But we saw, oh snap! But Jimmy Butler, now what the heck? They got to the finals. Nah, it's a bubble. And then they go back. It's like, Eric Spoelstra like that. He like that. And we knew that before because even before that, it was getting to the playoffs with like average teams. You know, so but Tyloo, the Clippers, they had injuries, but they have underachieved. And you know what? Tyloo probably mad because CP3 put him at the playoffs. When he hit them 6 threes in a row when he was the Suns and put the Clippers out.
That could have been something he said too. You see he had a lot of ammo. He got a lot of ammo, Joe. It's just like
and Pat Bad pushed him. Remember that? Pushed him all that. CP3 went crazy in that game. He like 6 threes in a row. I'm a CP3 fan, but I was rooting for the Clippers that game. I was mad. Dang,
See what happens, man. See, dang, Tyler, you a little too close to the game. He probably was showing everybody that video of AI stepping over him too. It's so much ammo, bro. It's so much, and then he probably said something else too. He's like, bro, why Kawhi never hit? Why is he never hit?
He
And why
probably
is
said
Bradley
something.
Beal sitting over there? James Harden, save yourself, bro.
Save
Find a
yourself.
way. Find a way, bro. Like, I understand you love LA, you from out there, but find a way, bro. If you want to finish your NBA career, because this is a mess.
Yeah, he probably spoke about that whole Kawhi situation though.
Somebody got to. They just
Yeah,
keep
he
letting
probably
it skate. You know, with the fake businesses and all that. We see what's going on with the Clippers. But some would say the writing on the wall, Joe. Let's continue from one questionable coach to the next. Joe, you called me. I ain't understand what you were saying, how fast you was talking. You was like, man, did Giannis trade? I said, excuse me? I'm like, my phone didn't go off and none of that. I'm like, Giannis trade, where you go? Last time I heard Giannis' name, he was losing to the Wizards. That's the last time I heard Giannis' name. He was getting dunked on and everything. But this what happened when you lose to the Wizards. Your best player said he don't want to be here no more. He said, you know what? I'm done. I can't do this. 129 to 126. Wizards are still trying to find their way. They go on 6 games. They go on 10, 12, 15 game losing streaks. And you telling me we can't beat them? Coach, Bucks, I told y'all during the last season that I might want to be out of here, but now I really want to go. And Brian Windhorst kind of came out on a radio show. I seen the clip come out and say he actually be traded already.
Yeah, he did before the season.
So Joe, Bucks 9-13, 11th in the East, 2-8 at home. 2-8 in the last 10 games. I'm sorry, 6-6 at home, 3-7 on the road. Well, shout out to the 17 being the Wizards. I need my wins where I can. HOA stand up. Since the Bucks won the ring, man, there's been a lot of questions about Giannis being here. You would never think something like that would happen. Since the East been ramping up, you've been watching a lot of teams go through the Bucks. Cleveland getting wins. Pacers made the finals. New York Knicks is getting stronger. Pistons, you know what I'm saying? Pistons is up right now. It's a lot of things changing in the landscape in the East, and Giannis is still trying to make a decision. So, Joe, when you heard this, because I was shocked. I'm still shocked. I think I'm going to be even more shocked when the deal gets done. What was your reaction to Giannis saying, man, I'm out?
Before I get my reaction, this is breaking news. Giannis is playing the Pistons right now. He suffered a right calf strain. After the Bucks fell behind big early against the Pistons tonight, Giannis appeared fine, then suddenly went down. So, like, he got up and he sat down again. So, and it says, who knows whether this is the last time Giannis plays in the Bucks uniform. So he's walking off the court. He's walking off the court. He looked like, yeah. I'm looking at the video right now. And he just went down, and then, he was just running, Tomo, and he just fell.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he was literally running, and then he just fell. Yeah, and he tried to get up and he fell again. So, those calf injuries, man. I wish I had a video up here. He literally was just walking and just fell.
Ain't that what happened to that happened to KD, right? And then next thing you know, it was
Yeah. So whoever trade, God, I pray it's not like an Achilles, nothing serious, and he out for the year. Hopefully it's just like a strain, and he could come back. But he already had this issue. I'm not sure if it's the same leg. Remember, he had that issue before with the calf strain and all that stuff, dealing with the potential Achilles injury. So, but I know they said, my reaction was like, dang, here we go. About time. Number one, about time. And I'm not mad at Giannis for sticking around because he's loyal to the soil. You know what I mean? He won a championship there, and he don't want to be one of them dudes that just up and run. I get it. Now, they said, and I also told Tomo this on the phone. I said, one thing about the NBA is you hear a trade rumor, them things heat up so fast, and that's I said he might be traded by tomorrow. And Tomo said he might get traded on the show.
Man.
Like, for real. I know they said that Miami and New York are on the radar. Now, when it comes to New York, I know they try to offer Karl Anthony Towns, and the Bucks said, no, we need Mikal Bridges. We need OG also, all part of the package, which is for the other stuff you're going to give us. But they cannot trade Mikal or OG until January 1st. So that sounds like that, unless they wait a whole month, that ain't going to happen. But it can potentially happen. Giannis had expressed, playing in New York and stuff like that. But he also said that, he said how important it is to play in a big market. But he also said he likes playing in a small market. I like the Miami Heat.
What?
I think if you go, yeah, no, it's weird. Yeah, he's trying to make the Bucks sound good. But
you might as well play for the Wizards then. It's a big market and a small market at the same time.
It is though.
Like,
the Wizards, it's small when nobody's there. Like you got markets, no matter who's there, it's gonna be a big market. Like the Lakers.
DC is a strange place. Like if you look at the Commanders, right? It's a big small market because look, as soon as Jayden Daniels came, boom, now everybody want to come here. Just saying. When John Wall was here, everybody wanted to come here.
That's how
they didn't get nobody, but everybody wanted to come here. But KD.
If y'all would get Giannis, yeah.
Not this year. I mean, if he hurt,
why would he
ain't nobody else, and then nobody else making the calls? He can come in.
He going to a place where he can win a championship right now.
He can win a ring here. You got Alex Sarr averaging a double-double with Giannis. It's amazing. Then you got Keyshawn George who hitting threes. I'm just saying, man, it's endless possibilities, man. That's all I'm saying. It's a young team. Chris Middleton still here. Y'all could link up, make some things.
He know about Chris Middleton when he did to the Bucks.
I'm saying
that clutch 3.
We can send CJ over there. And y'all give us Giannis and a lot of picks, but still, go ahead, Jim.
King, you heard that, right?
Hey, I'm just saying. Might as well throw your hat out. Might as well make the call. What's the worst case they can say? No. All right, we tried.
Another team that's a dark horse. They said this team is going to go all out to go get Giannis. The Spurs. Yeah, the Spurs came out and said they're going to go. The exact report says that the Spurs are expected to aggressively pursue Giannis to pair him with Victor Wembanyama. That would be good. I think Dallas should pursue him. I think that would be good. Dallas should pursue him. But I do like Miami, though. I think him in Miami will be dangerous. I think Spo will have Giannis, have that team really good. My only thing about Miami is who they giving up. Like, what assets do they have that the Knicks don't have? You know what I mean? Because obviously the Knicks is probably his number one destination. Winning a championship in New York, come on, man. That's why Brunson, bruh, I'll take less money. If I make the Knicks relevant, I'm gonna make all that back on endorsement deals because we the Knicks
relevant.
Yeah, the Knicks, bro. There's another team that no matter who's on that team, they are a big market. They get the first, they get the primetime home game in the beginning of the season every year, and they get a Christmas game every single year. The New York
Cowboys.
Yeah, like the Cowboys. You're right. They're like the Cowboys, but they're more like the bye hero. Man, can't say you bum. So I think the best destination would be Miami Heat because of the culture and Eric Spoelstra, what he can do with Giannis.
Okay, we agree that Miami would be the best destination. I think another team that's probably not out there is the Timberwolves. I don't know what they would probably give up, but the Timberwolves might be a nice destination for him as well. I think, but then again, in his mind, that may shift back to the Milwaukee market mindset of it, where it's like it's a small market. But
yeah, I think
you think of Ant Edwards though. He brought all eyes to the Timberwolves, and then he was like, you know what? It sounded like my same situation. I brought all eyes to the Bucks, and who knows? In a couple of years, we may be talking about Ant Edwards in this type of situation. So, Miami. I like Dallas. That's another big market for him because we don't see LA happening, right? Giannis should come to the Pistons and get revenge on the Bucks. I mean,
I got some assets over there. You got to give up your boy though.
Who they gonna give up?
Thompson. They're gonna have to give up Thompson for sure.
Then I ain't sending him. I'm sorry. I wouldn't do that if I'm the Pistons. No.
To get Giannis, you might have to give up Durant too.
Let me see. Probably Ivy too. The way they acting, you see what they want.
Ivy gone for sure. Sorry, Ivy, you been hurt.
Yeah, you see what they asking for from the Knicks. You think they're not gonna try to get this? They gonna try to get the starting five outside of Cade. They're like, we need all five. We don't need all four and then you can get Giannis. That's just how it seems like the Bucks is kind of being petty there. But I'm not mad at Miami. Like I said, we agree there. I truly think if his mindset was right, he could go to Minnesota and it would work out. Like I think it would probably work out in that situation because again, you got the 1-2 punch of him and Ant will be nice. Like that would be a younger, way more athletic version of Chris Middleton, and then he can control the paint. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be crazy. That would be very entertaining. But who do I really think gonna go do it? I think the Spurs gonna go all out. Like you said in that report, I think they really will go all out. They went and got all them young pieces. I think they will go all out and be like, you
They
know
had
what?
all young pieces, yeah.
Yeah, and like we got a lot of players that match the same who are similar. Man, no, that was for Chris Paul. I was gonna say Houston. That was Chris Paul, but I think the Spurs might be the team that come across the ticket, and everybody's just gonna be like, "Bruh, again." So I'm going with the. I'm placing my hat with the Spurs,
Now, obviously you the Bucks, you want to send them to the West, right?
which would be smart.
Yeah, which would be smart, right? And I don't know, he don't have no trade clause, but obviously his contract is. I think he has another 2 years, something like that. But anyways, the team I really want him to go to though, outside of my team, obviously, are the Warriors. I want to go to the Warriors. I want him to play with Steph Curry. But
They trading Draymond?
get rid of him. Bye.
Wait, Steph, Giannis, and Jimmy Butler?
I like that.
Steph might play for another 30 years, Joe.
I like that. But you know who was a dark horse team though, in my opinion? It's like a way dark horse.
Hold on. You OKC?
No, that'd be crazy.
All right,
They
Denver.
got the access though.
They do, but Denver? That's my
Nope.
second guess. All right, I'm done.
The Lakers. I'm
How
serious.
they gonna do it?
I mean, they're gonna have to give out big old Bron. 3-team trade.
And
But I don't
Bron end
even
up in
want
Cleveland?
See, he would mess up what they got going on in Cleveland, though. That's the only thing.
You talking about a 3-team trade?
But that'll be, yeah, he make it work. 3-team trade, but his contract, he got a big contract. But you know that they don't have like they got Austin Reeves, they got DeAndre. Like I'll give Austin Reeves and some others for Giannis and Luka.
This Giannis, yeah. This Luka, my bad.
I don't think they got draft picks.
That's why I think, honestly, man, I know you want to win a ring, but
yeah.
If you the Bucks, right? We talking about Giannis, right? We thinking as if we was playing 2K and Giannis was controlling the trade, and I'm gonna close it out after this one. That's my final thought, basically. If I'm the Bucks, I'm like, look, I need as much draft capital as possible.
Yeah.
I'm trading to a team that can give us the most back end value. Like, you got to think of how the Celtics did it. Again, I mean, if you want to send them to the West, OKC would be the best thing, but we're gonna need maybe Hardenstein, Dortz, just give us some back with a bevy of picks. And I think they can walk away cool. He in a good spot, we in a good place for the future, like that. Or if you being petty, he said Pistons give up Ivy Harris. He done named everything. If you the Pistons, I mean, again, like I said, the Bucks, you gotta get the best value for yourself because he don't want to be here. But at this point, it's just a bad situation. Or you could tell him go home at 3 a.m. The NBA seem to be doing that nowadays.
Hey,
up to y'all.
Celtics, dark horse? No?
No, I don't see that.
That's a rival.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Trade Jayden Brown? Charlotte Teddy. Or trade Tatum?
They trade Tatum. Teddy might just own the team.
They're not gonna do that.
No. I don't get the best value, but I think the team that can give you the best value are probably the two teams that we said, OKC and the Spurs.
The Knicks gonna give you some players and stuff too.
If they gonna do it though.
Spurs got assets though. They got players, young players, and they got picks they can give up.
I don't know. They might not be able to wait a month though, because you see the whole if they dodge a fan, if they dodge a bullet with this whole injury and he's okay, they might try to find the quickest buyer and be like, look, let's just get the ball rolling now. Because if we wait till January, we don't know what could happen.
Yeah. I think it hurt or not, you can get a lot from Giannis though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if he, if the KD situation happened, I don't want to say it, but you can't get nothing.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. Shout out to Cry Eagles Cry.
Wait, that's his name? Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
bro? You a Bucks fan? And he got never mind. He got Mahomes up there.
You
That
see
makes
it?
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, we had a couple of Chiefs fans fly through. We need a Chiefs fan to become a member of R2L. So
Hey,
stick
man.
around, Tom. I'm gonna get you on how that works. But great show, Tom. My last words, man. It's a random Wednesday. We normally do this on Tuesday. We got 2 more days for another show. So I feel like I'm gonna back to back on NBA game. But shout out to the Kings, man, for just being what I thought they would be. Not good. We are not good right now. The GM, like I said, I think he just sitting back, letting the season go, and then he's gonna go from there. That's when his GM skills gonna come to play this off season. We'll see what happens. I know we were in talks again, John Morant. Oh, maybe we get Ja and Giannis. That'd be tight. Also, shout out to Texas for beating Texas A&M, #2 team in the country, probably the best defense in the country. We won. We are ranked 13th though, so us getting in the playoffs is gonna be tough. We're gonna need we're gonna need a bunch of help. We'll see what happens. Shout out to my boy CTC Carl for covering all the college sports on R2L. And Commanders, Jayden Daniels is limited practice right now. I believe he should play. You might disagree. I believe he should play. And I'm looking forward to see my guy play. We play the Vikings on the road. Whew. If he plays, Tomo, man, it's been 7 weeks. It's been 5 weeks for real.
Man, 7 losses.
6, because we had a bye week.
Oh, yeah.
Whew. Bro, that's a month and a half. I ain't see my boy playing a while. I just watching Marcus Mariota. Bo Nick's big brother. You know what I mean? But shout out to Marcus Mariota. He's holding it down for a little bit, though. He's holding it down. But yeah, so that's my level. Shout out to the whole network. Shout out to the whole R2L family. Shout out to my boy Tomo. Shout out to my boy Dad. Let's get it.
And just like Joe was telling you all, man, click the link below if you want to become a member today. We do have Instagram chats where we have a wide span of sports for each chat that is on Instagram. Of course, we got NBA, NFL, golf, NCAA, college basketball, and college football. That's just a quick recap of what we have. There are more, but we also do have tiers. You have to become a member to join the chats. We have tiers. We have the pro level for $2.99. If you can see it right there on the screen, you get loyalty badges next to your name in the comments and live chats. As you can see throughout the show, you can see the loyalty badges right there next to some of the folks that are in the comments. You also get priority comments, meaning when we see that loyalty badge, we jump you straight to the front, like the VIP line. You know, for some people from the DC area, you know, that cut line, you don't want to wait all day to go see TOB, pay that extra 100. But in this case, you pay that $2.99, comment right up there. And you get to join one sports chat. We bump it up for $4.99. You get the same perks from the pro level, but you also get member-only content for the All-Star members. They can tell you there are member-only videos up there. We do in-house debates live on air, and we just make it member-only content. The most recent one was Is Jalen Hurts one of them ones? So if you're an Eagles fan and you want to see how that went, we had an actual Eagle fan defending Jalen Hurts against a Steeler fan. But again, shout out to RBO Vaughn for holding it down on that one, and shout out to AJ for holding it down for the Eagles on that one. And you get to join multiple chats. So like I said, all the chats on the Instagram, if you're all-star, you get to join multiple of those chats. You also can request a topic or a segment nominee. So if you got a topic, sports related, I haven't said this in a while, but make sure it's sports related. We are getting a lot of new people. We're not going to talk about your baby mama on here. Sports related topic, okay? All right. If she do play in the WNBA, we might talk about it, but don't talk about her. We might just have to talk about her stats. But it has to be sports related. Remember that. Or your baby father. Ladies, you're welcome to join the chats as well. We don't exclude anyone, all right? Unless you're an Eagle. No, I'm joking. We got a lot of Eagles fans there. And we got segment nominees. So shout out to Joe for doing the national average top 5. I got your done son, and we also got Dave's Doghouse. We give you a little preview of the Doghouse there with those segments. Then we bump it up for $9.99. You get the same perks from both the All-Star and the Pro levels. You get to join the VIP R2L chat, and we also have a parlay chat. There's a big community. They share parlay tickets. They cook up tickets together. You can also share your tickets. Please contribute, because when you contribute to the parlay chat, you pay for your membership. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Just remember that, right? I can't confirm that you're gonna get your money back. Remember, because it is betting. Okay. All right, I don't want you calling me saying something. You said I was gonna get my $9 back, and now you 14 parlays down. I can't do that. All right, you should have listened to the group. Don't steal from yeah. You work with the group works with you. We see winners all the time. That's all I can say. All right, and we give awards and plaques to the top performers. But again, the awards go to those who have the best, the numbers. We let the fans speak for themselves. So we look at the ratings on the shows, and we give you performances as well. There's also an awards show on the actual network as well. So you want to go back and see how that works? Boom, click on that. We definitely want to give a hats off to everybody that subscribed recently and hit that like button. Shout out to y'all. But we also do member shout outs too, because if you're a member for $9.99, I mean, you're getting all this free content. Well, it's not free. You're getting all this great content because it's $9.99 for your mind. You're getting a lot of great content. I had to catch myself, right? We got to shout you out because you get news and everything in those chats. It's not just us debating. You get the news before Bleacher Report, before ESPN. You get all of this. Like one time I seen it maybe 2 hours before. It was kind of like that Woj bomb. I think that's the only one that we wasn't. Wait, no, I think we had that too. No, because of the time. It was like, yeah. But
the Luka trade, we was on with that.
Actually, no, you're right. The Luka trade, I seen that before I even seen the Woj bomb. How do we gotta go?
I remember we were all in the chat like at 1 a.m. talking about that till like 3 a.m.
Yeah, that was crazy. Cause I'm trying to figure out how we get that before Woj, because Woj. But that's why you need to pay $9.99. I'm here and I don't even know how we got that, but just know that it was there before Woj put it on Twitter. That's how I knew it was real. So again, shout out to our superstar members, man. Shout out to Big O. Shout out to BWT Teddy. Make sure you click his link below too. He has a show on the network. Shout out to the Corius, FFC Coach Coombs, another guy who has a show on the network as well. Fantasy Football Talk with Coach Coombs. Playoffs is here. Y'all might want to tap in. Make sure you're getting your lineups right. Shout out to Chris, Giovanni, Donnell, RBO Vaughn. Shout out to RBO Vaughn. He's the actual admin for the Parlay Chat, and he also has a show on the network called Real Ballers Only. Click the link. All the shows are there. Shout out to Taniqua, Dave, myself, and Joe. And shout out to you. Click the link. Become a member.
Let's get it. You did your last words?
I don't got no last words from doing all that promo. I just want to say thank y'all.
All right. Yeah, I know, right? All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time at the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.